Hey, good morning everybody. Today's video is going to be about an off-grid luxury that we're very fortunate to have, and it just happens to be like right up my alley of what I spent the last 20 years of my life providing an income for myself. Today we're going to talk about our off-grid hot tub. Now, today's video is not advice for how you should set up your hot tub. It's simply telling you how we did it. Like I said, I have experience with hot tubs. I know how simple they can be set up and run, and ours is a perfect example. Give me a minute here, and we'll show you how our hot tub operates and tell you some of the simple things we've done to make it functional, enjoyable, and I think anybody could do this with just a little bit of effort and a little bit of know-how. I believe we have this hot tub set up in the best possible fashion. So I know a little bit about hot tubs. I've seen how they've been set up back in the 90s, early 2000s. Hot tubs have gone through different stages where they used to be all custom built, and they used to use propane pool heaters to heat them. The systems of hot tubs have changed over the years. Nowadays, they're all self-contained and fully electric in most cases. Let me open it up here and show you what we have. We set up our off-grid hot tub for less than $500. We heat it with propane. We use a portable shower heater, those ones that you see everywhere and everybody uses. They're tankless, they're on demand, and they're actually pretty efficient, and they don't use a ton of propane. Our hot tub was found for free on Facebook Marketplace. Someone was giving it away because it had freeze damage. We gutted this hot tub. We basically just used the shell and the cover. We don't overcomplicate things here. This is what I did because this is what works, this is what's simple, and this is what anybody could do. So here's how we have a hot tub off-grid. Modern day hot tubs use a lot of electricity. This tub does not. I set this up with a small circulating pump. What it does is it sucks water from this skimmer here, takes it down, sucks it into the small circulating pump that only draws 70 watts, and then pushes it into our heater over here. We have a Gasland portable tankless shower heater. You see these everywhere. Everybody off-grid, a lot of people off-grid and camping use these for showers when they're in the woods or don't have access to lots of electricity or a full-time system. This specific one has treated us well. We have one on the cabin as well, and it's been a great system for us. It's worked really well. So the water movement you see here is our secondary pump system, and we use that only when we need to filter the water heavily. That circulates more water. It circulates hundreds of gallons an hour rather than a few gallons per hour, but that pump draws about 700 watts. We only use that pump for a couple hours every week or two to filter the water. That's set up with a secondary filtration system. That is for filtering only, has nothing to do with heating. You could run this system with a single 70-watt circulating pump. Like I said, again, it draws water from the skimmer box filter here, sucks it into the little pump that's underneath there, pushes it over to our water heater, and then recirculates it back into the hot tub. So guys, hot tubs don't have to be complicated. You do have to clean the filters. You do have to have filters. You do have to spray those filters out with a hose occasionally. What helps with hot tub and hot tub maintenance is to not use your hot tub as a bathtub. So make sure you're clean, make sure you skim it, make sure you clean your filters, and you'll be good. People overcomplicate things in the hot tub world and the pool world. Really, you don't need a ton of chemicals unless you're using really bad, poor quality well water. If you're using city water or you're using rainwater like we are, where there are no metals or toxins or any type of impurities in it, you can get away with using just a simple sanitizer like chlorine. You could use bleach. Don't use the fancy bleach with the splashless stuff or scents in it. It'll mess up the clarity of your water. Use just regular bleach. You can use chlorine if you'd like. Same thing in general. Chlorines typically have some type of algicides in it, which you don't really want to drink if you're using it to sanitize your water, but in this case, we're just using it for our hot tub. The only thing we put in this hot tub to sanitize it is calcium hypochlorite. That is a solid granular chlorine. So here's what we use. Chlorine granular. Pretty simple, granulated chlorine. We use about a teaspoon of this. Whew, that's got some stink to it. There we go. It's recommended to dilute this in water before you put it in there. I've been doing hot tub stuff for 20 years and had no issue just chucking it in. Make sure your hot tub is circulating when you do it. So our hot tub has been sitting just like this. This is the same water we've had in it all summer long. We filled it up in May or June, and it's been months. And we haven't changed the water. We haven't really even cleaned our filters that much because we make sure we're clean when we get in the hot tub. You can see it has a little bit of a hue to it. That's because it's been sitting for a couple weeks. If I run this large pump for a couple hours, this will be crystal clear. All hot tubs need a filter. If you don't, that's what's going to cause your problems. Here's our filter for the small circulating pump. There we go. You can see that this is getting dirty. This has some color to it. This should be pure white. So we'll probably spray this out today. Just spray it with a garden hose. Or in a wash tub in your house, or your cabin if you have a wash tub. But let's put that back in. We don't typically want to take this out when that small circulating pump is running. You could suck leaves or debris into the pump, which can cause problems. So there's our filter for that. We also have another filtration system hooked up to this big pump that's over here. I'm going to use some overlay to show you that system from earlier in the year. It's a very simple setup. We have a pump over here as well. That 3/4 horsepower pump draws 700 watts. Like I said, we only have to run it for a couple hours to filter it once every week or two. So Jen asked you guys what you want to know about the hot tub. I got a little list here of what I need to cover. Propane usage. We get to heat this hot tub up 3 or 4 times per 20-pound barbecue tank, propane tank. So I would say it costs about $5 to $7 to heat the hot tub up per use. I think that's pretty fair. We don't have to sit and watch a fire or feed firewood into a small fire burner for heating our hot tub. For $5 to $7 worth of propane, I will gladly pay that to use our hot tub. And you know, that would significantly reduce if we used it every day because the water would maintain temperature. The reason we're spending X amount on, or that costs about that much to use, is because we might not use this for a week, so the water drops in temperature. Right now, the water is probably about 50 degrees. Let me check it. Yeah, water is 56 degrees. Obviously, it's going to take more propane to go from 56 to 106. Don't heat your hot tub too hot. Federal regulations say 104 is safe for your ticker. So 104 is what you're supposed to put it at. We put ours a little higher because we boost it up to like 110, take the cover off, let it cool off as we're using it. So it ends up being around 100 to 105 when we're using it. Obviously, to warm water from 50 degrees to 100 degrees is going to use a little more propane. So this time of year, we probably use $6 or $7 or $8 of propane. In the summer, we only have to heat it up 20, 30 degrees. With this portable shower heater, we get about 15 degrees an hour of heating. Cooler months like now in the fall, it's going to take 3 or 4 hours to run to warm it up because we need to warm it up 50 to 60 degrees, not 20 to 30 degrees like in the summer. Jen said a couple of you guys wanted to know about the upkeep of our off-grid hot tub. Again, for upkeep for the hot tub, just clean your filters every couple weeks or a couple times a month. Make sure you put a sanitizer in it, like a chlorine, like a granular chlorine. You could use liquid if you like, long as you use the right amount. It tells you on the bottle how much you should use. The hot tub, like right now, is drawing about 800 watts because it's running the large 3/4 horsepower pump and the 70 watt circulating pump. So we're getting about 800 watts of use. We try to do this on sunny days. If we don't, even if we're not going to use it, if we have excess power can go to filtering our hot tub. The batteries are filling up right now, and some of the power is getting diverted over here to the hot tub with our solar intake. So as an end note, guys, you don't have to spend a lot of money or use firewood to heat a hot tub. You can use this little propane heater. This is set up kind of like they used to set up hot tubs back in the 80s and 90s. It was quick, it was efficient, you didn't have to run it full time, and you didn't have to depend on a high electricity consumption to heat your water. So as an end note, that secondary system we could eliminate completely, and you could run this hot tub with just that small circulating pump, 70 watts, and that propane heater. You don't need the additional filtration, but it is very helpful in keeping the water clean. If you didn't have that, you could just run the 70 watt pump more often. All of the pumps we purchased on Amazon for this, with the pumps and the heater and a few plumbing things, that is where we got our $500 investment into this tub. All of those pumps that we bought on Amazon have a regular 110 volt plug on them. We just put them directly into a power station, or we can run an extension cord into the cabin. I don't have a permanent wiring system set up to the hot tub. The plugs are just right here at the edge of the deck. I can plug it into the cabin, run it for a couple hours, or plug it into a power station. For added safety, because we are not GFI protected, Jen and I actually, for our safety, we just unplug it before we use it. There's no thermostat to turn it on or off or monitor temperature. I just run it for a couple hours, and then I keep an eye on it until it's up to temperature, unplug it, and then we use it. If you have questions, please ask them in the comment section below. I'm happy to help you and point you in the right direction. Again, this is just the way I have it set up. I'm not recommending you do it this way. This is not the proper way to set up a hot tub, but it provides us with quick and efficient hot water for our hot tub. And it also doesn't require us to spend hours and hours feeding a water heater for the off-grid style hot tubs. The other problem with those style hot tubs is there's no filtration. You could use thermosiphon with a wood heater and get the water warm, but there's no filtration involved in that. And you don't have filtration, you have dirty water. This works better, and you could do it with as little as 70 watts of power. So all I have to do is plug it in and walk away. A couple hours later, it's ready to go. So thanks guys for watching this video. I hope it answered all your questions about our off-grid hot tub and how it's set up. And I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.